working on your offensive game. Tell us some of the things that you've been working on this summer to get ready for the season.
I guess like building my confidence more, and definitely my hook shots, just left and right hooks and counter moves off the hook, because if someone, try to play me like I'm going for a hook, just a counter move off that.
Is this something you're working with Lester with, or do the other players, or
just with my other players, or other post players like Marlena and Desiree Rhodes. So we just get in the gym and just work on different post moves that, best fits our style of play. So Daz is more of a face-up player, and then me and Marlena, we worked on the hooks.
What is the so-called sense of urgency like for you now going in? This is your 5th year here. This is your last go around.
I mean, everyone wants to go out strong, so definitely just finishing out my last season here strong and on a good note.
Hey, what's it going to be like? Coach was also talking about because of injuries and such, that there's really kind of a lack of depth that you guys are dealing. How are you guys dealing with that as players, and as a starter? Do you have to kind of change your mindset a little bit, knowing that you might have to play a few more extra minutes than maybe you're used to? Or?
Not really. I think it's especially. I mean, it's kind of our depth is kind of lost with the guards, but that's where it's time for people to step up, and our guards, different guards, just you gotta. And I think our guards did a great job this summer of or when people went down, of getting in the gym and working on their ball handling skills, because we're down definitely at the point guard position. So just people having to step up and play that position and helping one another out, what a team is about.
How can you be better this year? Not you personally, but the team. How can the team be better? I mean, you're losing a pretty good player in Bria. How can you be better? I
definitely think defense will help you out. So as long as we have a good group of girls that are willing to play defense, like previous years here on our team, I think we could be a solid team and be better, because our defense can always create offense for us. So definitely as we communicate and just have good chemistry, and I think that we have that. So we just take that and use that, and with this month of practice before our game start, I think that'll definitely help us.
You feel like it's going to need to be a team effort to make up for Bria's scoring? It doesn't need to all fall on one person.
Yeah, I mean, I think it will be pretty solid. We have some good scorers like Tiana, Tynese. I definitely think Tynese will play a big role in our scoring this year, because she's more of an offensive player. And then we have shooters like Katrina Pardee and Alexis that have worked on their game this summer. So I think that overall the team will be, it's hard to replace Bria. You can't replace her, but I think that our players have gotten better this summer, so they all will contribute to her points or what she provided for our team.
Did Tiny surprise you at all last year? Had you seen it in preseason that she was capable of scoring?
Yeah, it didn't surprise me definitely when the time came where Big 12 players, she started playing really well, because when we went last year, we did a foreign tour, and she kind of showed it there. And then when we play open gym or just workouts, you can see it that she has that in her, especially on the offensive end. That's her game. She looks to score all the time, and she's very aggressive. So it really wasn't a shock to me.
Kind of along the lines of what Todd was asking earlier about not having Bria. When you have a team where it's going to be 5 or 6 people contributing, doing most of the scoring, as opposed to having that one kind of go-to to lean on. What are the differences there, and what will it be like, having more people to count on, but maybe not having that, established superstar like you guys have had the last couple of years?
Well, I definitely think, even though last year Bria was, our star player, I think a lot of players contribute to our scoring. So I think that's where coming her, the people that on the bench or the people that didn't play that much last year, this is their time to step up and fill in that role of those extra points that she provided with us. But I don't think really it's going to be a problem with the scoring since she's gone, because I think our players have gotten better this year, and with all their help, that makes up for her loss.
For those of us that haven't seen Christine King yet, give us a scouting report. What could she do well? Why is she such a good player?
She can run the floor well. I think that's really the biggest thing about her, and she's very athletic. I mean, she still has a lot of learning to do, just adjusting from JUCO, but definitely she's very athletic, and just we've always kind of had a forward that run the floor. Besides, kind of like last year, we didn't have a forward that ran the floor that well, but years before that, we had like a solid forward that runs the floor really well, and she's definitely that person. Like, she's very athletic, and she just has to continue to work on like the defensive side of the game and being more physical, because you'll play against like bigger players or bigger forward players, or she might have to maybe guard a 5. It's just a lot more physical in the Big 12. So she'll keep working. She'll get it. She has 3 years here, so definitely this month we'll prepare her for what's coming in our scrimmages.
Getting used to the switching, the things that you guys do defensively, that's going to be the big thing.
Yeah, usually like our 4, she plays a 4, so we'll switch 1 through 4. So she'll have to guard a guard, and so it's just like understanding our defense, because Coach Carey's defense can kind of be a little complicated when you're first learning it. But once she gets a hang of it, she'll be good, because she's very athletic.
So the offensive part won't be a problem. It'll be the
offense, she has to get, like, with anything, she's a post player, so you kind of have to be physical, and that's where she kind of lose that, like, she's not really a physical forward, but she'll learn it. Like, once you get in the game and you realize that you have to be a little physical, especially in Big 12 play now, maybe, like, non-conference forwards probably, they have stretch forwards, but in Big 12, we have decent-sized forwards, they bang, so she'll have to get used to that.
Can you help her with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think all of our post players here like kind of know how physical it is, especially in Big 12. So, I mean, when we go against each other in practice or we're open gym, she kind of gets a sense of that. But I think just being athletic, because she's probably one of the most athletic people that we have on our team, that's to her advantage. Like running the floor, she's a good runner, so she can outrun bigger players and players her size.